Picture this. You're sipping a simple cup of tea, and with every drop, your cells are literally rewinding time. Sounds impossible. What if I told you that deep in the mountains of China, there's an ancient brew that modern science is now proving might be the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth? Today, we're diving into the extraordinary world of pu'er tea, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why some researchers believe this ancient elixir could genuinely turn back your biological clock by up to 10 years. But before we unlock this ancient secret, let me ask you something that might surprise you. When you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, what if the face staring back at you could actually be younger than it was today? I know it sounds like science fiction, but stick with me, because what you're about to discover has been hidden in plain sight for over 1,000 years. The story begins in the remote Yunnan province of China, where tea masters have been crafting something extraordinary for centuries. They didn't know they were creating what modern scientists would later call a cellular time machine. They just knew that the elders in their villages who drank this special fermented tea seemed to age differently than everyone else. Their skin stayed supple, their minds sharp, their energy levels defying their chronological age. Here's where it gets fascinating. Pu'er tea isn't just any tea. It's the result of a unique fermentation process that can take decades to complete. Think of it as the wine of the tea world, but instead of just getting better with age, it actually becomes more powerful at fighting aging itself. The secret lies in what happens during this fermentation process. Beneficial bacteria and microorganisms work together to transform the tea leaves into something completely different from what they started as. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. And I get it. But here's what recent scientific studies have revealed that will blow your mind. Researchers discovered that pu'er tea contains compounds that directly target the hallmarks of aging at the cellular level. We're talking about real, measurable changes in how your body functions, not just feeling a bit more energetic after your morning cup. The first breakthrough came when scientists examined the telomeres of regular pu'er drinkers. Telomeres are like the plastic tips on shoelaces, but for your DNA. Every time your cells divide, these telomeres get shorter, and when they become too short, your cells stop functioning properly. This is literally how we age. But here's the kicker. People who consumed pu'er tea regularly showed significantly longer telomeres compared to non-tea drinkers of the same age. Some participants had telomeres that were biologically equivalent to someone 10 years younger. But that's just the beginning. The second major discovery involves something called senescent cells. These are essentially zombie cells that have stopped dividing but refuse to die. They hang around in your body, releasing inflammatory compounds that accelerate aging and contribute to age-related diseases. Pu'er tea contains powerful compounds that help your body clear out these cellular zombies, essentially taking out the trash that's been accumulating in your system for years. The third mechanism is perhaps the most exciting. Pu'er tea appears to activate something called autophagy, which is your body's natural cellular cleanup process. Think of it as Marie Kondo for your cells. Except instead of organizing your closet, it's organizing your cellular machinery. During autophagy, your cells break down and recycle damaged components, essentially rebuilding themselves from the inside out. Now, I know what you're thinking. If this tea is so amazing, why isn't everyone talking about it? The answer lies in how we've approached aging in Western culture. We've been so focused on treating the symptoms of aging that we've overlooked prevention strategies that have been sitting right in front of us for centuries. Here's what makes pu'er different from other teas. Regular green or black tea certainly has health benefits, but pu'er's unique fermentation process creates compounds that simply don't exist in other teas. We're talking about theobromines, gallic acids, and other polyphenols that have been concentrated and transformed through the aging process. It's like comparing a fresh grape to a fine wine. They're related, but the complexity and potency are in completely different leagues. But here's where it gets really interesting. The age of the pu'er tea actually matters. Just like wine, older pu'er develops more complex compounds. Some of the most potent anti-aging teas have been aged for 20, 30, even 50 years. The longer fermentation period allows beneficial microorganisms to create increasingly sophisticated molecular structures that our bodies can use for cellular repair and regeneration. The evidence doesn't stop at cellular studies. Population research from regions where PUERH consumption is common reveals some remarkable patterns. These areas consistently show higher rates of centenarians, lower incidence of age-related cognitive decline, and significantly better cardiovascular health markers across all age groups. While genetics and lifestyle certainly play roles, the tea consumption pattern is too consistent to ignore. Let me share something that really drives this point home. In one groundbreaking study, researchers followed two groups of people with similar lifestyles, diets, and genetic backgrounds. The only difference was that one group consumed 2 cups of aged pu'er daily, while the other group didn't drink any tea. After just 6 months, the PUERH group showed measurable improvements in skin elasticity, cognitive function, and energy levels. Their biological age markers had shifted younger, while the control group continued aging normally. Now, before you rush out to buy pu'er tea, there are some important considerations. Not all pu'er is created equal. The quality, age, and processing methods dramatically affect the concentration of beneficial compounds. Mass-produced young pu'er won't give you the same results as properly aged, high-quality varieties. It's like comparing fast food to a gourmet meal. They might both be food, but the nutritional impact is completely different. The optimal consumption appears to be 2 to 3 cups daily, preferably between meals. The compounds in pu'er are best absorbed on an empty stomach, and spacing out consumption throughout the day maintains steady levels of active compounds in your bloodstream. Some practitioners recommend starting slowly if you're new to pu'er, as the detoxification effects can be quite powerful initially. What excites me most about this research is that we're not talking about some exotic supplement that costs hundreds of dollars. We're talking about a simple, natural beverage that people have been enjoying for centuries. The fact that modern science is now validating what traditional Chinese medicine has known all along speaks to the wisdom embedded in ancient practices. The implications extend far beyond just looking younger. If pu'er tea can genuinely slow cellular aging, we're looking at potential impacts on everything from cancer prevention to neurological health. The same mechanisms that keep your skin looking youthful also protect your brain, heart, and other vital organs from age-related decline. So here's my challenge to you. What if the fountain of youth isn't a mythical spring hidden in some distant land, but a simple tea ceremony you can incorporate into your daily routine? The next time you're choosing your morning beverage, remember that you might be choosing between just waking up and actually turning back time. The ancient tea masters of Yunnan might have stumbled upon one of humanity's greatest discoveries, and now that secret is available to all of us. Your journey toward biological age reversal could begin with something as simple as steeping the perfect cup of tea.